Hello YouTube, let's play another game. Let's see if we can find an opponent. There we go. And let's start with d4. And we're gonna try and go for the Jobava London. Depending on what they do, now this can transpose, and it does. And I like these variations, immediately going for this. And they can kick my knight out, but they have misplaced their knight. That's the whole idea. Now this is a thing. So they moved their knight. And let's see, I believe we can just develop here. And yeah, just this should be the move. And let's see. Already things like this look interesting, but I think I'm just gonna play it safe. Yeah, so he's trying to get rid of my knight, which is probably wise. Do we have any tricks? Don't really think so. Love to do something like this. If he takes with the queen, then that works. But if he takes with the king, let's see, is that interesting? This check. Don't really think so. Could also play this now. Maybe that's an idea. Stops this. And if he takes here, could just be some trades. And now I think I am threatening this, because he can't take with the king. If he takes with the queen, I can take and then take the bishop. And I've just won a pawn, and his king can't castle. So I think he should probably just trade off some pieces here. Could also go for this, but I think that's a bit weakening for him. Yeah, he goes back, but now this is not getting traded, so guess that's okay for me. And now I can move my queen again, and I have moved my piece twice, but so has he. And my queen was actually not developed, and now it is. So I think I won a tempo here. So let's go for that. And if he wants to do this again, then at least I won that tempo. And I could start going for the attack here, but the thing is, don't know what he wants on that side of the board. Oh, he has left a hole here, which might be interesting. I think I can delay castling. This is never a problem. You can also just block with the pawn. And I don't know if I want to go there, but this is also a square that I'm looking at. This knight can't really be attacked easily. He also has this. And this pawn becomes weak. Yeah, he just castles. I could go for this. Winning, getting the bishop, but I don't think that's best. So this is an idea. Some variations now that I've moved my knight. And also I could try and start going for the attack, but I don't know if I'm quick enough. Let's play it safe. I'll have a look after the game, because I feel like this might have been a good idea. Okay, so it goes for that again. Guess this is a thing. Let's see, do you have anything like this or something? No, I don't think so. So if I take, he probably takes with the bishop, I guess. Can't go here first, really. Let's go for this. Maybe this would have been better, by the way. Or this. At least this is still interesting. And if you trade twice, I might consider taking with the pawn. Because my queen here can be a bit vulnerable, maybe. Yeah, so he does take. Could also consider taking with the pawn right now. Because he takes with the bishop. And that would give me the bishop pair. So let's actually go for that, because looks like I definitely have some play on that side of the board. And if he starts attacking on this side, there's not really much to attack. My king is on the other side, so this looks alright. Also ideas like this, and some variations maybe. And also this is a threat. Which isn't easy to stop, actually. You could move the rook and then go for this. But it's pretty weakening. Yeah, so he does attack my knight. I could throw in this because it's a checkmate threat, so he needs to respond. And then after this, I could just move my knight, I guess. Let's go for that. He doesn't have time to take my knight because of this. Okay. That's a thing. Which I kind of missed, but it might be okay because this attacks his knight. Let's go for that. Let's see what he does. He just takes. Yeah, so that's a thing. I could go here attacking his rook now. So I think I'm getting out of this, but I definitely misplayed it a bit. So I should take here now and then save my bishop probably. This looks interesting. It's a pin. So always annoying. Also, my bishop was never hanging, by the way. Because my queen is just pinning his pawn. I think I'm gonna play this anyway. Because at some point it will be hanging there and that might be too much. Now, this knight is very well defended. But it's quite a bad knight because look at all the squares it can go to. All covered by his pawns. Yeah, with all his pawns on light squares, I should definitely consider a dark squared strategy. So this bishop is my most important bishop, I guess. He's trying to go for this. I could start applying some more pressure, although after this, don't know if I have much. So maybe this. Just because then I might have some sacrifices, although I don't think they work. But I could just go back and maybe I should start using my rooks as well. But then I probably need to play this first. Just so my bishop has a retreat here probably. And also I need to speed up. Because I'm down on time by over a minute. Yeah, my opponent has more space, but I definitely think my king is safer. Yeah, so that's a thing. Does he want to play this? Doesn't really threaten to take my bishop, but at the same time, once I move my queen away, then it can take. Yeah, I definitely want to take the bishop pair, I feel like. Although I can't really, because after this... Maybe I have this. Let's calculate. If he takes my queen, I take his queen. He can take my rook, I can take his rook. It's just some trades. But let's go for that anyway. And here, if he moves his queen away, I can just move my queen away, probably. Okay, that's an idea. So now he definitely wants to play this, which I should stop, I guess. Is this a thing? Not really. Maybe this is a thing. So I can't really attack my queen there. And then his knight is kind of stuck, because this is always in the cards, I guess. Also, isn't this a thing, by the way? I could have just taken that before. This is idea to go there in that variation. Then just this. I think I can take it. Okay. And now let's just go back here. Yeah, now that I won a pawn, keeping the bishop pair is less important. Definitely should put my bishop here, because here it doesn't really have much potential. Also stopping the knight from ever going there if he wanted to do that. This might be a thing. Let's go for that. Also activating my rook. I really need to speed up, by the way, so I'm gonna play quicker. And let's see, let's go here. Just attacking his pawns. Okay, so he goes for that. Guess I can win this pawn. Let's go for that. Oh, I can't. He takes with the knight, of course. But it's still alright. Not too scared of this. It would be an isolated pawn, but I think pretty difficult for him to attack. Now my back rank is a little bit weak. So at some point I might consider moves like this. But also just trying to start trading off some pieces is probably a good idea. Maybe this is an idea as well. It's just a one move threat, but at the same time might be interesting. He surely seems to think so. So let's go for this then. He might go back. Or just leave it there, I guess. Well, he can't take with the queen because then this. If he takes with the king, this check can actually be annoying for him. But let's see what he does. And it's check, so I can take care afterwards anyway. He might have to go back with his knight, but that looks really passive. Also my queen can come in. The bishop can join the attack. It's pretty dangerous for him. So if he goes there, guess it might be okay. Yeah, blocking with the queen obviously isn't what he wants to do. This is a threat, but with his knight there, doesn't really work just yet. Maybe if I pin first, but let's go for this first. Maybe there was an idea to go there with the queen. Yes, queen is tied down to defending his rook. Yeah, that's a thing. But let's say if we trade, I could... My bishop is always defending here, that's what I'm seeing. Yeah, I really need to speed up. Let's just trade. And let's activate my queen. He's gonna go for this pawn, so maybe that wasn't best. Yeah, at this point, it's just playing quick moves, basically. And being 2 minutes down, that's probably not gonna end well, but I kinda have to. So he's gonna try things like this, maybe. Then I can start checking it at the very least. Can't really take it, but still. Oh, that's just a blunder. But anyways, I need to play quickly. He takes his time, so guess that's good for me. Don't really know why. He can just take the bishop. Why is he waiting so long? Is he trying to find a checkmate? I don't think there's anything there. Just yet, at least, because with a piece up, he's definitely gonna checkmate at some point. Yeah, here, I maybe should start checking, but then if he blocks with the queen, I have to take, or I guess I can go back there. Maybe that's what I'm gonna try, at least. On time, I'm getting back in the game. So that's something at least. Yeah, let's go back. And there's probably some kind of checkmate here, but I don't see any quick checkmate. Maybe this even. So what is he gonna do? Oh, yeah, that's a thing as well. And that's checkmate. Okay, nice game. Let's go to the game review. I think a big part of the game I played quite alright, but it definitely could have been better. So yeah, the opening, this isn't best, but it usually transposes. And I know the variation very well, so that's okay. And this was all good. And here, yeah, maybe I wanted too much. Queen g4 is better. Yeah, I should have looked at that as well, because that's a thing. So definitely something to consider. And now here, a queen takes. Why didn't I see that? I was looking at just taking here twice, and I completely missed this. Basically the same idea. If he takes, then this. And if he takes here, then I take his rook. I should have definitely seen that, because it's basically the same idea as what I was talking about. Yeah, I just moved my queen back, which is a miss. But at this point, I'm still better. It's +1. Taking with the pawn was correct. This was just a blunder. But it was a blunder because of knight e8. Just defending some more. Okay. Then here, I found a way out. This wasn't best. Yeah, and here I should have taken the pawn immediately. I saw it too late. At this point I was still winning. So yeah, like I said, big part of the game I played well. And I pretty much messed up the endgame. Here I'm still winning even. But basically time was the reason I lost. Yeah, and here probably this just to defend the pawn or something. And just set bishop f1. Or preemptively moving here. So that this doesn't really come with a threat, I can just defend. And that's the only move to keep an advantage, the rest is just all zeros. Yeah, this is just a draw. But I messed up by losing my bishop and then it wasn't a draw anymore. Yeah, and this is just game over. I could continue here, but there was basically nothing I could do. And he found a nice ending to the game. Yeah, overall, not too bad. Few things to learn and hopefully we can come better next time. For now, thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.